right, West Baltimore, good morning. I mean, how about this weather? How about these beautiful people? All our difference makers, CareFirst difference makers. Let me see you. Make some noise. This is phenomenal, guys. I'm Lester Davis, Vice President, Chief of Staff at CareFirst. Have the pleasure and the honor of serving as the executive sponsor for our work here in West Baltimore through workforce development. And I got to tell you, I was struggling to sleep last night. And normally when that happens, I wake up, I'm sluggish, I'm trying to find some coffee. I didn't have that problem this morning. I didn't need any caffeine. I was bouncing out the house and ready to go just because I knew what today meant, the culmination of years, and I would say not the culmination, but the start of years of work in collaboration with the community here in West Baltimore and in partnership. And so this is the epitome. This is what partnership looks like. We have a number of wonderful folks that you're going to hear from today. I do want to point out a couple of our esteemed guests who have helped make today possible, and certainly through their efforts in terms of West Baltimore economic development and other investments have been instrumental. I see Councilman James Torrance in the front, Delegate Marlon Ampry. Appreciate both of you gentlemen for your steadfast work and partnership in West Baltimore communities. And so we're going to get this show on the road. We're going to get started. I think if there's one thing I want to leave you with today, we've got folks that are in our workforce development cohort, so people who live in community that are from the zip codes of 21215, 16, or 17, only those three zip codes. They'll have on a blue CareFirst T-shirt. Get a chance to just talk with them. Some amazing people. I mean, and they are really the heart and soul of why we're doing this, and have added a vibrancy certainly to our work in our community, and we're thankful for them. At CareFirst, we like to say we have a need for talent. West Baltimore is rich in talent, so it's a marriage and a partnership made in heaven. And so without further ado, we're going to bring up our very first speaker today, individual who certainly needs no introduction, has been a partner not only for the work that we're doing at CareFirst, but has been a partner in building vibrancy throughout our entire community. I had the chance of knowing him for well over probably 15 years now. And in spite of his love of one unnamed NBA team and hatred of another dynamic player, I love him and think of him as my brother. So I want to introduce our mayor, Brandon Scott.
Good morning, West Baltimore. Antonio, that sounded like South Baltimore, didn't it? Good morning, West Baltimore. Thank you very much, Lester, for that kind introduction. The real reason why Lester didn't sleep last night is that his beloved Lakers had to watch the Celtics raise a banner. So he knows that if you're not first, you're last. So he's had struggle. But in all seriousness, to my colleagues in government, President Jenkins, Tim Regan, Brian, Lester, the entire team at CareFirst, thank you for being here, and thank you for your commitment to West Baltimore. I had the pleasure, just a few minutes ago, we had the pleasure of meeting some of the very hardworking employees here at CareFirst from cohorts 1 and cohorts 2. And remember, this is Baltimore, so it's 2, not 2, who just happened to call West Baltimore home. I, of course, am partial to the ones that live in 21215, of course, so we just have to make sure that be known. But I am really, really impressed by your dedication and your passion to service. Brian, thank you for your continued partnership and for being the best example of what an anchor institution is capable of doing in Baltimore. We all say consistently that we're building a renaissance in Baltimore, not just for downtown, but for those who have historically been disinvested in and haven't received all the attention right here in our neighborhoods, much like here in Mondawmin, Miss Jackie. And I hope before I leave today that I can get some snickerdoodles, so you can't come to Mondawmin and not get snickerdoodles. And a crucial part of that effort to overcome the decades of intentional disinvestment is building opportunity where there has historically been so little. Baltimore is home to some of the best talent in the state, the region, and the entire country. but the challenge has always been providing places that allow that talent to flourish without them having to leave to find it elsewhere. And for proof, look no further than the close to 30 individuals who represent the start of CareFirst West Baltimore Workforce Development Initiative. CareFirst's commitment to hiring locally is helping to provide economic opportunities to residents right here in the heart of West Baltimore. This work space, fueled by West Baltimoreans, is going to serve West Baltimoreans and me as a CareFirst member. There are a few things more powerful than seeing these kinds of assets be designed from the ground up with that goal and those who they serve in mind. So Brian and the entire team of CareFirst, thank you again for your commitment to our city, state, and region. I am grateful. We are grateful. Baltimore is grateful to have such strong partners like CareFirst. So thank you very much. And with that, I have the pleasure to introduce the best senator that represents West Baltimore and Annapolis, Antonio Hayes, Sr. Senator.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm State Senator Antonio Hayes. I represent the 40th Legislative District here in Baltimore City, West Baltimore. I do want to acknowledge a couple of people that's here, and if you could just stand real quick. Miss Jackie Codwell, Miss Adeline Hutchinson, Eli, Marielle Chang, who's here in the building. These individuals live here in the greater Mondawmin community. Thank you all so very much. I wanted to identify these people because they live and work here in the greater Mondawmin community. And it's their vision that we're realizing here today, thanks to great leaders like Tim Regan, who you'll hear from in a minute. Tim has actually walked every block in the Mondawmin area with these various community leaders here in the Mondawmin area. And so I just want to, I know protocol has already been established in identifying our Councilman James Torrance, our delegate Marlon Ampry, but also I'd like to recognize Kayla Williams, who represent the great governor here in the state of Maryland, Governor Westmore. Kayla, raise your hand a little bit. Earlier today and a couple of weeks ago, we had an opportunity to walk through this magnificent site. And a couple of months ago, Brian had me go down to Canton. I'm like, this real swanky, Brian. I want to see what we're getting here in Mondawmin, right? And I will tell you, CareFirst commitment from Canton to Baltimore is equal, right? The opportunity and the facility that they hear that are going to prepare individuals that like Kelsey that you'll hear from in a minute that I had a chance to speak to is incredible. As we work to address the inequities in healthcare, and CareFirst is a key stakeholder in addressing the social determinants of health here in Baltimore City and throughout the region, we say thank you. Thank you for providing us with this opportunity. Thank you for investing in us and understanding the partnership that comes from this. I would be remiss, I know the president of Coppin State University, I represent 50% of the historically black colleges and universities here in Baltimore. 50%, big number. The Coppin State University, who are educating leaders all over the world to do great things, and definitely a leader in the healthcare front. But thank you for all of those in CareFirst, from the CEO down to every single cohort that's going to come through here. We are grateful for this opportunity to make sure that we employ the future workforce in healthcare. And what best place to do it right here in West Baltimore. Thank you so very much. I will introduce the next person who's, like I said earlier, working with these leaders, these community leaders on the ground, has helped pull together a vision of various entities that make up the village here at Mondawmin. This visionary president CEO of Whiting Turner, Mr. Tim Regan, please come to the stage and give us some brief remarks. The man, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Senator Hayes. We have had no greater friend than Senator Hayes. He shows up at so many meetings. I mean, the mayor has been so supportive. Councilman Torrance, thank you, Delegate Ampry, everybody. But Senator Hayes, he just shows up all the time at meetings. Whatever the topic is, he's there. Usually there are sandwiches there too, but he shows up. So true story. So last night I'm sitting at home and I say to Joanne, and you got to back me up on this, okay? I said, tomorrow's going to be great. I don't have to speak. I'm just going to sit back there with you and relax. Well, I found out this morning that's not exactly true. But it's such a joy to be here and to bask in the glow of this moment. So I just want to say some real quick thank yous. And I'm going to go back to the community first, because nothing happens without the community, Adeline, okay? So most of you know that, I had the good luck, I will say, of arriving. I'm an East Baltimore guy, so Adeline gave me a hall pass to come to the West Side, okay? So, but I had the good luck of showing up way back in, Jackie, 2015. And was welcomed, along with my friend Calvin Butler, with open arms. And we founded Touchpoint, and we've been here ever since. But when this opportunity arose, I already had the blessing of, being let's say, a trusted friend of Adeline, Jackie, Pastor Lance over here, Mario, Eli, all the community leaders. And that's the only reason that this has worked. So thank you all. Can we give them another round of applause, please? Yes, thank you, Jackie. And then, of course, we surround ourselves with other great partners, Edenbridge Pace, getting ready to open up operations. Thank you, Bill McCarthy and others. We have the University of Maryland School of Medicine and Faculty Practice. Raise your hand, Dr. Issa Davis. Amazing things to come there. We have my colleagues at Whiting Turner. Thank you guys for being so supportive. We're going to quietly open up a little conference center back here in the next few days. And then my colleagues at Touchpoint Baltimore, that'd be Thread, Baltimore Core, GMCC, Harlan Lacrosse, and others. And we will open up that big, beautiful space in February. So that's coming as well. But one last little story, and that is we made our announcement. Some of you remember we were there. It was on Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. And it was right inside kind of a worn, tattered Target space. And we had a nice opening. I honestly had no idea what I was getting into at that day, okay? But it's turned out just fine. But after that event and all the speeches and what have you, Brian Pinnock came up to me afterwards. And I didn't even know that he had attended. There was a pretty big crowd there. And he came up, he squeezed my hand, and he pulled me real close to him, and he said to me, "We are so into this with you. I promise you that." Well, that was a goosebump moment for me. And I honestly knew at that point in time, this project is going to work. And since then, not just Brian, but of course Lester and Patrice and so many others with CareFirst, with thank you, Joe, credit for making all this happen. There has never been a better partner than CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield. We are so excited to have you in the neighborhood with training cohorts and job opportunities, career opportunities, and just neighborhood love. Thank you so much. And I have the pleasure of introducing a very good friend of mine and a partner in all things West Baltimore, the fabulous president of the Coppin State University, Dr. Anthony Jenkins.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. With the protocol already being set, let me again acknowledge all of our dignitaries and leaders that are here. I do want to point out specifically, Senator Antonio Hayes, you do oversee 50% of the state's HBCUs. One is the most dynamic HBCU in the state of Maryland, and I happen to be president of the hometown university. Coppin State University. So thank you, Senator. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. It is an honor to, be here. This is a beautiful day. And Tim, as you were talking, I was reflecting back on when we came over for the actual groundbreaking. It was rainy, and we were trying to stay dry and all of those good things. And then today, look at the sun, look at the building, look at all of us. This is incredible. This is the power of we over me. This is the power of looking at something bigger than yourself. And so in 2021, when CareFirst and Coppin came together, we started talking about how we could leverage the strength and the power of our two very important institutions. And we knew that this impactful partnership that we were going to create would not only center on career opportunities for education and employment, but it was much bigger than that. We understood what job creation was, but we were talking about really doubling down on our unwavering commitment to fostering economic upward mobility, to empowering individuals with the resources and the tools that they needed to be successful, to help them acquire the financials, the actual financial backing to meet the needs of their families, and to also do something in West Baltimore that was long-lasting, something that would have significant transformational change. So when we came together and we started talking about how we combine healthcare, education, and workforce, our goal was to address some of the systemic challenges that we have seen in Black and brown communities. And CareFirst had leaned in on that. They were committed. There is no question that West Baltimore is an amazing place with incredible potential. And I'm excited by what I see here today. I'm excited about the partnership that CareFirst and Coppin has created, because this is about dignity, it is about hope, it is about job creation, it is about generational change in West Baltimore. And so, when you have two incredible anchor institutions who are willing to come together and strategize and think and support each other and challenge each other, this is what you come up with. So, CEO Pinnock, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the partnership with Coppin. I want to thank my institutional advancement team, Joshua Humbert, and the Coppin State team, the academic affairs team, who also came to the table to help make this happen. Congratulations to you and your entire CareFirst team. And there's something in the name. Brian and I were having a conversation. We were talking to Cohort 1, and I stressed upon Cohort 1 that this is not your average CEO. He didn't send his people to come and talk to you. Right? He didn't write a memo. He showed up. And so there's something in the name, and there's something in his character, and there's something about who he is that he truly believes in CareFirst, about the people you work with, the people who are a part of your organization. And so I want to commend you. I want to congratulate you for a job well done. Can we give him a round of applause and the entire CareFirst team? And can I just have one more second of personal privilege, because I don't want this to be lost on anybody. When we talk about transformational change, when we talk about generational change, when we talk about the future, I have to introduce Mr. Wes Mohammed. Stand up, Wes. For those who haven't picked up a newspaper or turned on their television or is not scrolling social media, Wes Mohammed is a 14-year-old freshman at Coppin State University. And unlike me, when I was in college, after I served in the military, a lot older than 14 years old, you can have a seat, Wes, he's not studying sociology. No dig on sociology yet. It has done me well. but he's studying cybersecurity engineering. So don't tell me about black excellence. Don't tell me about the quality of our institutions in this state. Don't tell me that Maryland is not a state on the rise and of great promise. The future is bright. With young men like him and companies like CareFirst, there's nothing we can't get done. So, with that, I now have the opportunity to introduce someone who's been through this process, who has been able to understand what CareFirst was talking about, to appreciate the opportunity and the pathways that CareFirst has laid out. And so it is my honor to bring to the podium Kelsey, who is from Cohort 2. There you go. All right. Come on up, Kelsey. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you for that, Dr. Jenkins. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kelsey Baker, and it is with great joy and gratitude that I stand before you today, surrounded by such wonderful people to celebrate the opening of this new building. This journey with CareFirst has been nothing short of unbelievable. From the opportunities that have come my way to the never-ending support from my amazing team and the dedication of our leadership. However, what stands out to me the most is the vital role CareFirst plays in improving the lives of our members daily. I could not be prouder to be a part of this incredible organization. This moment is evidence not only of the growth of CareFirst, but of our commitment as a company in building a brighter future for our communities. I take pride in sharing with people that I work for CareFirst, and that pride stems from the real and lasting impact we have on the communities we serve. However, today my pride is even more personal as I focus on the impact CareFirst is having right here in my own community as a resident of West Baltimore. CareFirst's commitment to the residents of the 21215, 16, and 17 zip codes is truly remarkable. We are creating opportunities, not just jobs, but real chances for people to grow professionally, strengthen their skill sets, and receive support that extends into our personal lives. CareFirst's partnership with the Center for Urban Families is a perfect example of this. Through this partnership, many of us have been given the tools and resources needed to thrive in the workspace and beyond. They've helped us internalize the company's core values, allowing us to show up as effective employees ready to contribute in meaningful ways. Now you might wonder, what is a highly effective employee? A highly effective employee embodies a balance of hard and soft skills. It is about teamwork, communication, and collaboration. It's about being proactive, adaptable, and constantly finding ways to improve. It is also about understanding that our work has a direct impact on the lives of our members, and with that comes a sense of responsibility. At CareFirst, we are more than just employees. We are members of the community. We're working together to drive a positive change. We are a part of something much bigger than ourselves, something that extends beyond the walls of this building. As I look around today, I see not only the incredible growth of this organization, but also the potential for all of us to grow, both as professionals and individuals. So as we stand before this beautiful new building, I want to take a moment to reflect on what this moment represents. It is not just about the physical space, although it is very impressive. It is about the opportunities we are creating and the lives we are touching. It is about the future that we are building together. Thank you all for being here today to share this experience with us. I'm incredibly proud to be a part of this company, and I look forward to all that we will achieve in the years to come. And with that, I would like to introduce to the stage someone very important, our CEO and president, Dr. Brian Pinnick. I'm sorry, mister, I'm sorry. Not Dr. Brian.
Doctor, I'm gonna call you doctor from here. I just got upgraded. I just got upgraded. Oh. Lester, I didn't sleep last night. I haven't slept for weeks. I had so much energy coming into this day, they gave me this special mic. They didn't want me to spontaneously combust. I'm not here to talk to you about what this is all about. You just heard what this is all about. You just met who this is all about. I'm here hopefully to earn the accolades just a little bit and ground the folks who chose to be with us, not just today, but every day, and why we're here. It's just a moment. It's just a pause. It's just a respite, a beautiful respite on an incredible journey. And I'd be remiss, Senator Hayes, if I didn't start by saying, as a member of the Morgan State University Board of Regents, I could not go back to see Dr. Wilson if I didn't also say I'm here to represent the other 50% of the incredible HBCUs in our great city of Baltimore. In addition to CareFirst, Blue Cross Blue Shield. If you want to go far, you go together. You go together. And I would also be remiss if I didn't talk about where together starts. Because you see together. You're part of together. But there was a together at the beginning of so much of this journey that led to where we are today. The together of Joanne Regan and Tim Regan. Tim's the face guy. He gets to do the podiums and the ribbon cutting. But there is no Tim Regan without Joanne Regan. Her investment, her support in their partnership on this journey. This is a shared investment. This is a shared vision. This is a shared commitment. This is a shared risk. When there was no one else, there were the two of them together. And in this moment, in this respite, this beautiful respite, we rest and we have an opportunity to reflect. And I've reflected on my own journey. 18 years old, without a clear path forward. Institutions and individuals willing to meet me where I was. To create circumstances that would allow for my path, my trajectory, not just to become clear, but to be possible. Leading here today, CEO of an anchor institution, not born in Baltimore, but embraced by Baltimore. Having the opportunity to use a platform to affect change. A person informed by that journey, looking for friends who share a belief that better and more is possible for every person in every community that we serve. And it is not just an opportunity, it's an obligation, a responsibility that we have to use that platform, to take our tools, our talent, our treasure, and to come together and to join partners, people that share our beliefs and our values, and who have the courage to act. You see, you have met who this is about. You see what we can accomplish. But this is just the start. This is just a moment along the shift of a trajectory, a path that will be affected by our shared investment and our shared belief and on our willingness to accept that circumstances will limit opportunity and potential. I'm incredibly proud to be here today. I'm honored that you're here with us. And I would ask you that as you take in this moment, as you listen to each of us, as you reflect on our why, as you see what's possible through partnership, that you ask, how do we join in this journey? What can we do together? What more will come from this investment? How do we create the kind of density connected to future investments that leads to true change, sustainable change, durable change, where each of us, when given the right circumstances, can realize our full potential? That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. And it starts with listening. You heard from every speaker this morning. It starts with listening. Our organization, as an anchor institution and a historical commitment to community, had ideas, had expertise, had resources. But it was only through our listening that we were to unlock the real potential, the real path to investment. And so I want to thank the community. You invested in us the greatest thing you possibly could, your knowledge and your understanding. Your belief in what was possible. And you told us what we need, what we want, what we deserve, what we demand are the circumstances that lead to opportunity, that lead to economic mobility, that lead to the realization of full potential. We need careers. And public transportation, it's a need, but roads and rails take time. We need those opportunities today. We need those opportunities proximate to 15, 16, and 17. We need you to come with your friends. We need you to make a commitment. We need that commitment to stand not just today, not just one leader, but every leader, through time, through circumstance, into the future. We need you to plant a flag, and we need you to stand by that commitment. And so today's a respite. It's an opportunity for us to reflect and to consider. But folks, it's just a stop along the way. We're going to move forward together, leveraging this beautiful platform that has been created through partnership. And we are going to imagine what better and more looks like in West Baltimore with West Baltimore. And it won't just be today. It'll be tomorrow and the next and the day after that. And so thank you, thank you, thank you to my friends and to all of you for being a part of that. Now let's take this beautiful day and imagine what comes next. Thank you so much.
All right. I think now is the time we want to see the space. We want to see like what's behind these walls. And so if you are so inclined to hang out with us for a little bit, we'll have folks doing some guided tours in. I think there's some snacks inside, certainly some water if folks need some hydration. But yes, we'll do the ribbon cutting first and then we'll do a tour. So please start making your way back.
2, 1.